What's going on, people? Brian Williams ASC here with your match reaction. Arsenal are out of the Europa League. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And yeah, let's just get into it, guys. Starting lineup, interesting. Ramsdale started. The back four, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko. Midfield was Vieira, Xhaka, Jorginho and Reece Nelson. And up top was Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. So Arteta went with a different system today. 4-4-2, as it was shown on the TV. But within the first few minutes, wasn't good. Tomiyasu going down within just under 5 minutes, overstretching and trying to make a tackle, but he couldn't get back up. It looked like he'd done his knee again. And yeah, that wasn't good. That was not good at all. Ben White came on for that. We started off a little bit well, and then Sporting just took over eventually. I mean, Sporting looked like the home team. They were just dominating possession, just passed it around, just really trying to influence their game on us. I mean, we could barely breathe, which was very annoying. You know, little chances that we tried to create. We eventually got a chance, and we did score. Martinelli cutting in and taking a shot. I felt he really should have scored there, but Granit Xhaka to run, get the rebound, and that was deflected off from the keeper and taps it in home. Good goal from Granit Xhaka. Again, I feel Martinelli should have scored, but we managed to get that goal, 1-0 up. Thinking, all right, cool. But unfortunately, it looked like we had another injury. William Saliba looked like he felt a little bit of an issue in his back, so they took him off out of precaution. Of course, don't want to overuse that injury there. And Rob Holding comes on. But within that, I mean, Sporting was opened up a lot. Like I said, they were dominating possession. They were really pressing Xhaka and Jorginho. Of course, double up in that midfield at times, but it just seemed a lot. It just seemed open a lot, you know. And it was a struggle trying to get the second goal, but you know, Sporting defensively were good. I just felt in the final third we were just not it. Sporting just doing everything they can to cause trouble, especially on the counter. So the second half comes in and it just wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. We just looked nervous. We looked like we didn't know what we were doing anymore. It just seemed like we couldn't put any passes together or anything. And it was ropey as hell. It was really ropey. And eventually, mistakes in the midfield between Granit Xhaka and Jorginho, and one of their midfielders decides to have a pop. He sees Ramsdale off his line, and he goes for it. And literally, the ball was falling. Ramsdale was going back, and it just tips in under the bar. It goes in, and that was probably one of the best goals I've ever seen at the Emirates. Wow. And you think to yourself, not today. Not today. I mean, Ramsdale has not made any serious errors leading to goal. Just being off his line was just, I don't know what he was doing. That just wasn't good. That was not good. And I think that definitely broke him. He did manage to make one massive save earlier when they did have a break, but again, Arsenal just leaving it too late. Mikel Arteta makes some changes. He brought on Partey for Jorginho. He took Nelson off for Saka. Eventually took off Jesus. Oh, he started the half with Trossard on, with Jesus off. But yeah, man, the second half was just poor. I just felt Arsenal were just not in it at all. So he leads to extra time, and I was dreading going to penalties because the last thing I wanted was us to have a penalty shootout at home. Trust me, it was just, you don't need that stress. So First half extra time, I think we played very well, but again, we just did anything and everything. We just couldn't get it in. There was a chance from Trossard, I believe. I think it was in the first. Yeah, I think it was in the first half extra time. A poor back pass from one of the midfielders from Sporting. Trossard picks that. You think it's going to be a goal. The defenders just got near him. As he shot, the keeper's just come out to put some pressure on him, and it's hit the post. You think to yourself, Trossard, you've got to score there. It's a one-on-one opportunity, and he didn't take it early. And yeah, I just felt maybe he was just in his head a little bit there, you know. But needless to say, he should have took his opportunity 100%. Within that, I believe Martin Odegaard did come on to take off Fabio Vieira. Again, I thought Mikel Arteta, if I'm honest, I think he should have made that change maybe in the second half of just the second half of normal time, because I felt Fabio kind of just wasn't in the game as much, especially in the second half when everyone was poor. But if we need something, then you call on your captain, Martin Odegaard. I just think Fabio wasn't up for it at all, I'm totally honest. But once Odegaard came on, we were doing a lot more, you know, more chances, but we just couldn't get into it. It just seemed a little bit more lively. There was another chance from a free kick. Gabriel heads it in. It was a fantastic save from Ardan. And yeah, we head to penalties. And it was not great at all. Obviously, Odegaard scores his penalty, then they scored one of their penalties, and then Saka scores his penalty, then they scored their penalty, and then I believe it was, who scored the other penalty? Martinelli missed his, unfortunately. I'm trying to think who scored the other penalty for Arsenal, but my mind's just too clouded, guys. I'm so sorry, but it just wasn't great. Ramsdale, yeah, on penalties, it wasn't good. There was probably about maybe 2 or 3 he could have saved. There was one the one that really disappointed me is when it looked like he saved it and he just kind of flapped it in. It was like, really? And I'm not trying to bury Ramsdale at all. I just think it just wasn't good enough. He definitely needs to work on, you know, his penalty saving. You know, we'd never really seen Ramsdale save a penalty 60 side for Arsenal, if we're honest, you know. But today was just awful, just god awful, absolutely awful. But yeah, literally, we're out of the tie, we're out of the Europa League, and Sporting go through, and you know, now we got to concentrate on the Premier League now. My question is, what is that going to do for the boys going into Crystal Palace this weekend? Because all eyes on us now. City do not play this weekend. They do have other commitments in the FA Cup, I believe. We play Crystal Palace, and, you know, if I'm not mistaken, if we win that, we were able to go 8 points clear of Manchester City going into the international break. So the real question is, do Arsenal have what it takes to host Crystal Palace after that shocking performance in the Europa League and get back to thinking about trying to win the Premier League? There's 11 games to go. We have no other cup competitions. We're out of the League Cup. League Cup's finished and United won that. We're out of the FA Cup. You know, now we're out of the Europa League. The Premier League is the only thing we can try and win this season. 11 games to go. Will we do it? That remains to be seen. But on that note, guys, I'm just heartbroken. I'm being honest, because I've been saying on this channel for weeks now, every cup competition, League Cup, FA Cup, you know, I was gutted about the FA Cup even more because that trophy means a lot to me personally. Obviously the league does as well, but I mean, FA Cup, of course, we've seen some fantastic moments with Arsenal over the years winning that trophy, and for us to go out the way we did against Manchester City, not really try, was very disappointing. But we can't live in the past now. you know, we have to move on. And, you know, I keep saying I don't want to get to a situation where we have probably one of the best seasons we had in a very long time and end up short, you know. And that was my biggest fear. And now it could possibly happen. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But we move. We got to be positive and just hopefully we'll see where we finish at the end of the season. But again, one game at a time. Boys got to rein it in tomorrow at training. Talk about the game. Look at the mistakes that happened. And, you know, just focus on the next game and try and get back to winning ways in the Premier League against Crystal Palace this weekend. Because I know Crystal Palace are not in the best of ways at the moment, but it does not mean that we might not be vulnerable after crashing out of the Europa League that the way we have. It doesn't matter. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down below on this match. And yeah, I'll be back with you soon with the match preview for Crystal Palace. Take it easy.